Alright, so guys, I'm on holiday right now, so this is gonna be a little bit of a bush video, but just bear with me, you know what I mean? Stick with me. It's bank holiday, I'm in Milan, enjoying the sunshine real quick. But listen, there's a lot of talk about the whole Garnacho situation. People are messaging me, asking me what my opinion is. Listen, for me, right, I'm not gonna lie, I stand with Garnacho. And listen, first and foremost, disclaimer, I don't even rate Garnacho like that. I don't really care if Garnacho leaves, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I just hope we get good money out of it. But in terms of what happened in the cup final, in terms of what the whole discourse is and social media and his little brother, first and foremost, right? The little brother situation, the guy's like 16 years old. I saw on TalkSport, they were talking about he's his agent. He's not his agent. He's 16. He's 16 or 17. Like, listen, that's down to United fans, first and foremost. We're giving this little kid way too much attention. You know what I mean? When he was tweeting, when Garnacho was on good form and stuff, all these United fans online started giving this guy clout. You know what I mean? Oh, are you really Garnacho's brother? Really? And they were doing the most. And then it got his ego high, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's a spokesman for the fucking club or for Garnacho or whatever. But why are we feeding into what a flipping 15, 14-year-old at the time thinks? Who the hell cares, bro? He's in secondary school, bro. So that's the first thing, right? And secondly, with the whole Garnacho comments, right, that happened after the game, you guys sit there and ask yourselves, when the cup final was happening, whether you rate Garnacho or not, did you want Garnacho starting? Because for me, I wanted Garnacho starting. I look at the games that we played against Spurs this season, and I think to myself, who's been somebody that has caused Spurs some trouble this season? And one of the players is Garnacho. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think that Garnacho has been one of our better players against Spurs in terms of troubling Van de Ven, in terms of troubling Romero, Archie Gray, whoever we were playing against. Garnacho was one of the people that, yes, he's frustrating because he misses chances, and he did miss big chances against Spurs, I think in both games. However, that threat in behind is something that we needed, because Amorim's football sucks. And the only way Amorim's football has been anything works under Amorim has been through Bruno or through Garnacho. That is the reality. Do you know what I mean? That is the reality, because his football is basic. You know what I mean? In the end, it just goes long over the top. Garnacho running down the line. That's the only thing we get out of Amorim football. So for him to drop him in the final after Mason Mount has barely played. Yes, Mason Mount had a good game against, Athletic Bilbao. However, was it enough to start? Not for me. And what ended up happening, he took too long to bring on Garnacho. We all wanted Garnacho on at a certain point. So for Garnacho to come out and say, hold on a second, I only played 20 minutes after I played all tournament. I agree, because I was in the stadium. Look at this fucking fly. I was in the stadium begging for this guy to come onto the pitch. And guess what, people? He came on, looked threatening, and he's the only person that made Vicario pull out a decent save other than Luke Shaw in the 95th minute. So realistically, what are we saying here? Like, I know we all hate Garnacho. Well, I know a lot of the fans hate Garnacho. I don't hate him, but I know a lot of fans don't rate him. They don't like his attitude. Does he think, listen, has he got an ego of Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes, with the talent of flipping, I don't know, Bebe or something. You can say so. I don't know. You know what I mean? You can say so. But I don't think he's in the wrong in this situation. I really don't think he's in the wrong in this situation. Amorim should have played him longer, right? And then after the game, Amorim comes out, and first thing he says is about, why are people questioning about him not playing Garnacho when don't we remember Garnacho's miss? I'm like, but is that something that you would want to hear at the end of a cup final after you've only got 20 minutes? He's frustrated. It happens. People are human. People are characters. You get what I'm saying? What has Amorim done at this football club, for me to think, I back his dictatorship or whatever? We saw what happened with Marcus Rashford, whatever. There's ins and outs about that maybe some people don't really know about. You know what I'm trying to say? There's ins and outs. But the way everyone's like, just getting behind anything Amorim does. What has he done? Garnacho's done more for my football club than Amorim. Garnacho's got more. I've got more stock in Garnacho than I do in Amorim. Let's not forget, this is a guy that scored in 2 cup finals for Manchester United. 2, right? He scored in 2 cup finals for Man United, right? And he gets 20 minutes against Spurs. I understand his frustration, and I get I feel like in this instance, nobody wants to hear Garnacho's side, just because we don't rate him much, just because we're frustrated, just because we want to clear out, and that's perfectly fine. I started this video saying I don't mind if he leaves, but this whole, oh, Amorim came in and spoke to the players and told Garnacho in front of everybody, you are leaving the football club. Bro, you better get these decisions right, bro. You better get these decisions right, because this is the exact same thing, yeah, that I said about the Sancho situation, the Ronaldo situation. If you want to get rid of these players, if you want to be a dictator, if you want to have your way, that is perfectly fine. However, I better start seeing results. I better start seeing results. I seriously better start seeing results, because you can't just throw your weight around and then continuously losing. You're going to lose the camp. I said this about Sancho, and Sancho is somebody that I said is not going to work at Man United before he even signed. So no one can even say it's about me rating players or bias to anybody. But if you're a manager and you're going to come and throw your weight around, you better get results. Jose throws his weight around because he gets results. Fergie throws his weight around because he gets results. Pep Guardiola can do whatever he wants to Jack Grealish and these guys because he gets results. You cannot come in and be worse than Paul Jewell at Derby, throw your weight around, get rid of Garnacho, get rid of Rashford, get rid of this, which is fine, if you want to do, get me results then. Get me results, because he said, yo, signings are going to be through him. Well, he's going to be part of the he's going to be part of the acceptance. No signing comes without his agreement. Okay, you're talking all of that. I need to see tangible success. I need to see tangible success, because guess what? Now all the talk is about Garnacho, but guess who bottled the final? Guess who had a howler in the final? It was you, Amorim, bro. It was Ruben Amorim. So let's have that. Let's get that right. First and foremost, let's get that right. Do you know what I mean? And is anybody going to take into consideration the fact that we were trying to get rid of this guy in January? So Garnacho's head is already gone. We were trying to get rid of this guy for Napoli or Chelsea, actively trying to get rid of this guy. Actively. So it is what it is. Like, and again, I am not even a fan of Garnacho. You can go and check. Oh, I literally, one of my last videos is me saying, brother, Garnacho, you're spooky. You're moving spooky. But this whole like, yeah, Amorim, get rid of Garnacho. Yay, yay. All right, man, let's see if it works out. You know what I'm trying to say? It better, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff and I feel like it's only coming from a place of nobody trying to see both sides. Now, can I understand Ruben Amorim's side? I can understand it to a certain degree. You want people that are going to be on board. You don't want selfish kind of mentality people. That's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I can imagine Garnacho being a little bit annoying and whatever. However, I don't think coming after a cup final, speaking about him the way he did, then going and doing what he did is the right way to go about things, especially when you're losing and you're moving the way we do at the moment. I just don't think that's the case, innit? I just don't think that's the right way to go about things. However, let's see. The Man United fans, the only time Man United fans celebrate anything is the transfer window and when a player is getting disrespected or when a player is getting violated. It doesn't make sense. You guys are so quick to, and I want players out, but you guys are so quick to hate players and say players are rubbish, but the manager, oh, but you have to back the manager, give him time, you have to. But players, you guys are so easily happy to diss them, cuss them, tweet about them, whatever. But with the manager, you have to understand every single aspect he comes from. For me, I don't know, man. I think it's a very, very interesting way of thinking. It's not something that I co-sign. So listen, let's see what happens. I hope we get good money out of Garnacho. I don't think Garnacho's no worldie or anything. Hopefully we can get 40 million, 50 million to sell him. But hey, we were saying this about McTominay, all of that. McTominay just went and won Serie A best player. McTominay just went and won Serie A best player, while Manchester United linger in 17th. Marcus Rashford went and had a decent loan at Aston Villa. Anthony's looking like Lamine Yamal 2.0 in Spain. Maybe we need to look within. Do you get where I'm coming from? And that's even myself. Because I don't rate them guys. But all of a sudden I'm looking at them like, are they totally shit? Are they? Because we're always talking about culture. Is our culture right? Do we set the right culture for these players? Because we're always talking about players and managers to set the culture. What is the culture within Manchester United? What is it? Because everyone seems to drown. Hey, food for thought, man. But anyway, I'm on holiday, so I'm gonna go enjoy myself. I thought I'd just drop this. Guys, like, share, subscribe, drop your comments, let me know what you think. I know most of the comments are just gonna be, Cam, you're trying shit, you know what I mean? Get rid of this guy, Garnacho. Fair enough. However, I'm thinking both sides of the coin. Like, share, subscribe, hit your notifications on, put your notifications on. I'm out. Peace.